Welcome back to Week 4, Game 2 of UCLA's Collegiate League of Legends. I am TLG, I will be casting for you today, and here we see something quite interesting as San Bernardino has opted into switching Rich the Kid and Hero, as Hero will now be the mid laner and Rich the Kid the jungler. Looking at the comps right here, pretty interesting things going on. We do have Darius in the top side. Darius is rather weak to Jace's long-range poke, and his lack of mobility does create problems in the matchup. However, if Jace does get a bit too ahead of himself, he can get caught out by Darius. However, we do see an invade, a full 5-man invade here, as it seems that UCLA is trying to get something off the back. They will back off here as they don't see anyone that they can take any picks on. The ward will be going down on UCLA's red buff for the side of San Bernardino, so they will be able to tell which side Rek'Sai chooses to start. However, it seems that both teams are going to start. It seems that both teams are going to start their blue side, and then that means that you're going to have Rek'Sai pathing to the top side, and then Xin Zhao pathing to the bot side early game. Anivia into Galio is also another highly range centric matchup where Galio is not going to be able to touch Anivia too easily unless he's able to somehow get through her wall and just power on through to her. Otherwise, Anivia is going to have a pretty fun time this lane, as we can already see Galio at half HP. We see that the Jhin is now picked up for the side of San Bernardino on Argentum, as Noah K is now on the Aphelios this game. And then we have Nami, as Slacking King does like enchanters, it seems. And then Hot Chem TA on the Thresh. We have pretty standard trades going out early game. Aphelios does have that sniper. Gives him the Caitlyn 650 unit range in the early game. So we'll have this little life steal from his red gun. All very nice to have. Seems like there's going to be a bit of engage here. However, the death sentence will go wide. However, that is going to be Nami's flash out, which will mean any repeat CC will probably spell doom. Here we do see that Jace is kind of just playing the lane normally with the Darius. Nothing too crazy going on. Xin Zhao might be looking for the gank here mid lane. However, Rydragon will be able to flash the W. However, will walk out just a bit too close, as Rich the Kid will be able to reach Hero following up with the flash, and it seems that Rydragon was getting a bit too greedy here. Hot Chem TA as well, finding a bit of an issue here. Noah K also unable to finish off Slacking, as Argentum will pick up the kill. That will be 2 kills bot side. Duyu will pick up Hero in return, but that is going to be 3-1 in San Bernardino's favor. That is quite the start of the game. It seems that both games today have been rather early aggro heavy. Here, Darius is pushed under tower. First Poro will be happy getting some early poke here. Unfortunately, not sporting the Arcane Jace skin. As everyone knows, Arcane is the biggest thing in League, and Jace is one of the few that is currently profiting from the quote-unquote Arcane buff. Doyo will be here, out of vision. Seems that Takiko will be threatened. He will push both of them in, but that good spot, the sweet zone on the Q will heal him quite a bit. Not that it matters too much when he goes back in and ends up getting killed by Duyu and First Poro anyways. It was a good attempt at a stop, but not enough. Hero will be going back in on Rydragon. Rydragon will be getting a decent enough trade back. It seems that it's pretty risky on both sides, as Rydragon absorbed probably 1/3 of that damage through minions, not actually from Hero. They're both really low. I'm pretty sure Rydragon's 1 Galio Q away from dying. However, Duyu will be able to make up for it. Unfortunately, the wall is not there, and Hero will be able to just leave. Duyu will kind of help out Rydragon here, helping the Anivia shove in the wave. Galio is likely forced to recall here, as it is too early in the game for any Honey Fruit to be on the map. Instead, Hero is in a really bad spot here. Doyo will be able to find him. Argentum is going to be there first. However, it's not enough because Hero is one-shot anyways. Doyo will get... Unfortunately, he will not get away, as even the healing he gets from his submerged form will not save him from the critical strike of Jin's fourth shot. Rich the Kid is now going to use this time to invade, getting that Gromp here. He is going to make up for Hero's suffering last game on the Sejuani, as all of the invades were rather obnoxious to deal with from the Nidalee. Seems that Nami will get caught out here, but as Rich the Kid is close by, it will not be in Hot Chem TA's best interest to take the death sentence, and because of it he misses the flay. Instead, it seems that there's going to be a bit of posturing. The bubble does hit Noah K on Aphelios, but the lantern might be enough. Flay going wide a second time, but unfortunately it will be Rich the Kid caught under tower by Doyo's knockup. That will be a 1-for-1. Unfortunately, Noah K is 0-2 on the Aphelios and will be taking now both an XP and CS deficit from the already very far ahead Jin, who is 3-0. Jace is once more pushing Darius under tower. He is going to be rather punishable by the Xin Zhao, but as we've seen Xin Zhao bot side for quite a long time, it's instead Darius that's going to be the one suffering. Raidragon does get the solo kill with the Ignite on Hero. Doyo tries to help, but the minions were in the way of the ranged Q. Seems that topside neither champion is being too risky here, as I guess deaths are not in UCLA's favor. They have been playing pretty high volatility so far, so maybe a bit of stability on the top side is what they're looking for. Duyu is level 6 here, will have the blink knockup, but it won't be going out as the Q misses. However, this is a pretty nice wave, and Jace's wave clear will help set up a tower dive. Does not seem that it's going out. Galio has 6, so any amount of dive is rather risky on the top side here, especially when it is known Galio is not in lane. Rich the Kid is also hovering here. This might be an issue for First Poro. First Poro's Q will be cancelled by Galio. However, Galio will be caught out before the rest of his team are able to help. Doyo does have the ability to ult on Takiko here. Will be able to clean up Takiko, as First Poro will also help out with Rich the Kid. Xin Zhao will be going down here as Anivia leaves her lane. Pings go out for the Rift Herald, as plates do go down for First Poro. Bot side here, Jin is having a fine time. Nami being a rather oppressive enchanter support with her immense damage and easily readied heals through her W. Hero is 2 levels down on Raidragon here, will make laning quite difficult as he is 0-4. Also down 20 CS. Doyo will be spotted by Rich the Kid, however Rich the Kid will not be able to contest. Instead, this will be Rift Herald for UCLA, as San Bernardino's jungler will instead be taking his own blue buff and Gromp. Jace will be TPing back to lane here, trying to pick up the wave before it's pushed into tower. Noah K and Hot Chem TA pushing up just a bit, not getting hit by Nami Bubble once more. Probably playing a bit safer at this point, as they are 0-3 versus a 4-0 bot lane. Raidragon is out of mana, but mostly able to shove in the wave here. Will be backing. Seems that Noah K and Hot Chem TA are content having the wave under their tower, not pushing up too much, but also not being poked out. Rich the Kid is going to go for the lane gank here. First Poro does go in, as Duyu is also hovering. Unfortunately, First Poro is able to get a bit more damage done. Duyu is caught out alone. However, the execute from Darius is not enough, and it will be the Noxian Might that is taken down instead. Galio is going to be picking up this wave, and he might be able to hover bot side here and look for this tower dive. Aphelios is half HP, and there is full resources on the side of San Bernardino's bot side. it would be the curtain call coming out as Nami's tidal wave comes in. Galio is going to look instead to enter into the Nami. That Jhin will be able to pick up with this final curtain call the Aphelios, and Nami and Galio are probably going to pick off Thresh here, as Thresh's Flay is not quite enough. Duyu is here though, and Nami is going to not entirely give enough appeal to the Galio, and it seems that San Bernardino pushed up just a bit too much here. Rich the Kid is 2 levels behind the Rek'Sai, as well as 3 levels behind the Anivia, so he probably is in his best interest not participating in a fight here. Instead, he will be caught out. Will try to burst out, but unfortunately Rek'Sai at 11-1, Prowler's Claw and Tab Eyes will both be taking more, or will both be dealing more damage and taking less damage. First Poro will be getting this topside turret here, will be pushing out further. This can be good or bad, as now UCLA has more pressure topside, but Darius is more free to farm under his tower. Now it's a tier 2. Doyo will be placing the Rift Herald mid here. It won't be enough to take tower, and the wave is pretty much taken out, so it will just be plates going down here. Unless Hero does manage to get killed here. He is pretty much trapped. Does take a lot of damage. Ride Dragon is trying to take a bit more of the tower's health down, but it's not quite enough, as we do see the supports coming here in River. Doyu is matching. Will be taking the Lantern. Knock up on the Nami. Nami is quite caught out here, unable to do much. Crescent Guard will be Nami saving Grace. However, Rich the Kid will probably not live here. Not able to get Doyo either, which is pretty bad, as there have been many times here in which Doyo has been just 1 hit from dying. Takiko Kaizen, a bit caught out here on the Darius. And Hero will probably have to back off from the tower here, as the tower is too low, and he is as well too low to actually contest the push of all of the members of UCLA here on the mid side. Seems that instead Dragon will be the priority, and Ride Dragon will personally take it down. UCLA will likely move in front of the Dragon to prevent it from being stolen, as you can see from the Thresh, and Argentum will be left with only getting a bit of poke damage and nothing else. First Poro is once more applying a lot of pressure on the top side, threatening this tower. Jace's ranged W is quite great when it's in the higher ranks, as it has an increased AD ratio and a lot of attack speed. However, it seems that Hero will be getting the taunt off, however, losing his life in the manner at the same time. And unfortunately for Takiko, he did not get enough procs of that bleed for that Axe Guillotine to kill. So Jace will leave with his life. Seems that the bot side is truly strong suit for San Bernardino this game, but that Rek'Sai pressure with the 12 kills is going to be quite the menace to deal with. CS values are rather low this game, as well as I believe the last game, as there has been so much fighting. We do see 27 kills at 13 minutes. That is over 2 kills a minute, which is rather ridiculous when you think about it. Seems that as Ride Dragon is coming down bot side, they will back off from UCLA's tier 1 bot tower. Rich the Kid is able to provide a bit of help for Darius here, as Galio is also hovering with his ult. First Poro might be in a bit of trouble here, but he is spotted out by Rich the Kid with that ward. Hotchem TA is pushing quite deep, looking for the death sentence or the flay. Neither is going to land, and it's going to be UCLA instead retreating, as Galio is here. Galio getting a bit of poke on Ride Dragon. Ride Dragon's Everfrost going far, but will not be hitting anyone. Hero getting a bit caught out by the wall here, but will be able to escape. Doyo Prowler's Claw insta-killing the Jhin. Will be ulting to finish off the Nami. Ignite is out, and that tower shot will not be enough. Ride Dragon will be finishing off Hero with the help of Noah K and Hotchem TA on the Thresh. It seems that the top side right here, which is understandably probably the stronger suit of UCLA, as it is more of their main roster players, is quite troublesome for the side of San Bernardino, as their 1-5-1-5-0-7 scoreline is going to be a bit too heavy for the Jhin to take his really good lead in the beginning of the game into anything meaningful later. Second tower going down topside for UCLA. Anivia showing off how ridiculous her wave clear is with that ult and Q. It seems that it's going to be a bit relaxed here as many of the champions are either coming back to lanes or heading back to base. We do see that only Galio, Darius, and Aphelios are for the carry champions that don't have items, and then Thresh, the remaining support without an item. Imperial Mandate is a rather big buy on Nami, as it does incredibly help out her damage. However, it probably won't be enough, as Jace and Rek'Sai both have their lethality mythics, which do quite a ridiculous amount of damage. Gore Drinker coming out on the Xin Zhao. Not terribly great in this game, as Anivia, Thresh, and Jace are all rather ranged, making it rather difficult for Xin Zhao to get multi-person heals out. It will be the Rift Herald going down mid here. First Pearl will be tanking the first two tower shots unintentionally, as they will be sieging here. Bit more of the camps being taken, as the Rift will get the second proc, but Issa will not be following up, instead opting into scouring out blue side's jungle. They will be caught on the wards here. First Poro using the acceleration gate to get the extra range in order to take out the minions. Anivia is pushing out bot side here, and it seems that there's just a lot of pressure for San Bernardino to deal with here. Once more, it seems that the teams are both in their lull state, returning to the lanes. This dragon will be the next contested objective here, as Inferno will be spawning in 23 seconds. Wards will be going out on pit by the Nami. Nami will see the Thresh, but apparently Thresh will also see Nami. Wards coming out as Hero's dash does fail. Control word coming out by Thresh, catching the ward placed by Nami. Blasting Cone is still up for Rich the Kid to use. It seems that probably won't be good enough, as he will be a bit late to smite. Rek'Sai will be claiming it before Xin is hopping over the pit. Will have to flash out. Duyu is going to invade here, almost catching out Argentum. Instead, the Crescent Guard as well as the Tidal Wave will be largely impactful in providing heal. Nami will go down instead. Tokiko Saisen is caught in the middle, with Galio coming up with a two-man knock-up. A great showing of the Aphelios ultimate here. However, it seems that the Anivia's egg will have to come out here. First Poro will be saving Anivia. Unfortunately, the Thresh will go down to the final shot of Argentum, as he is going to be caught out here by the first Poro, whose Eclipse is going to just absolutely shred Jin's health bar. And this seems like it might be game here. Maybe UCLA will instead back off, as the low levels of San Bernardino do mean faster recall timings. First Poro instead opting into hitting the red buff here, helping Aphelios out as he will be taking it. First Poro backing off as well instead of... Nope, never mind. He will be instead taking the tower, seeing that Krugs are not available. No one is there to cover him on the side of San Bernardino. And it seems that UCLA's objective right here is really just getting rid of any resources that San Bernardino could use to come back in this game. Jace probably going to back off here. Assumably has a lot of income in his pocket since he last backed. Still not with the Muramana, instead has 348 charges on the Manamune. Edge of Night, one of the crucial items on Rek'Sai, is going to be taken, is going to be creating a lot of trouble going forward for San Bernardino, as they will have harder, more difficult times engaging or disengaging the Rek'Sai. Aphelios will be taken from Raptors into mid lane through the Thresh Lantern, as they are positioning rather close to the Baron, which will be up in 20 seconds here. Seems that Jace will be trying to push in the wave as much as possible before the Baron spawn. Anivia, Aphelios all have a lot of damage. Actually, in this game, Nivea opting to Everfrost does stunt the Baron damage quite a bit, but Aphelios does have a lot of attack speed and otherwise just good Baron shredding potential. Guns aren't that great for it actually in the moment, so maybe they'll take that into consideration, as First Poro's Q will be just barely under the Nami's HP bar. First Poro seems to be claiming the blue buff here, as the Baron will be started. There will be a 5-man Baron, and it does not seem like there's much that San Bernardino can do to recover from this. They don't seem to be contesting too much, as the Baron is going down. They will be moving forward. And it seems that they might be looking to end the game here. Roach the Kid will be missing, and instead tanking First Poro's shot. However, the Flower from Jhin will stop their advances just a bit. However, it seems that the top tower here will likely go down, with the Baron buff helping them out. Noah K pushing, getting a bit of kind of danger out with his sniper poke. Hot Chem TA is going to go long. First Poro is taking out Nami here with the amazing amount of damage here from his 3 items and dirt. And it seems that this might be the end of the game here for San Bernardino, as their team gets aced. Joey going a bit far under the fountain, but will live. Hot Chem TA was looking for the death sentence there to secure the ace, but instead it seems that the only thing getting aced here is going to be the objectives on the side of San Bernardino, as their Nexus is just about to fall. Seems that that will be game 2, and that's going to be 2-0 for UCLA on week 4. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.